been doing a lot of preparatory work before I go through my next series of drops and all of that stuff. The climate of the world is such that, I was really kind of a pioneer as far as the 21st century goes with how to reach the world. And a lot of people, getting arrested for air preaching, and people get in trouble with the police for playing their guitars, on the street corners. And the reason that the police give for Christians or whoever to not do this is that they're saying that it distracts traffic. And I experienced this in Seattle numerous times. I was a witness to it. So tonight this guy posted and he was like, we got arrested for, nothing and blah, blah, blah. So there's this great divide and all this fighting with the Muslim faith versus Christianity. And I mean, it's like warfare like you guys don't even know. And I do know, because I went through and experienced everything that I said was going to happen. In other words, the prophecies that I was speaking about, writing about, all of those things in my own personal life, those things actually came to pass. And it ranged from everything from, I'm not even talking epic proportions or, bloody moons and all this stuff in Revelation. I was saying, you're going to end up moving here. You're going to end up doing all this stuff. And then I'd go back through and then these things would happen. And at first I was kind of I was psychologically astonished, and I was like, wait a minute, this feels like deja vu. It feels like I've already lived this. But it was because I had already written about the things that were going to happen with respect to me. So it's taken me 10 years to get to the point where I have been on the front line of the battlefield so many times, and my passion was mistaken for rage sometimes. Just, so much love and outpour, and so much of understanding what it was like with Jesus, and all the emotions he felt, and the things that he was thinking, but that he never said. And that's a key element to a lot of whether or not people jump on a revolution. The only reason that God gave me the word Christite and that I came up with it in 2005 was to protect Christians who wanted to do their work but didn't want to be persecuted. So in other words, Christianity. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I believe I'm God-fearing. I know the 10 Commandments. I can recite them in, less than a minute. I live the Lord's Prayer. I don't just read it or have it hanging on my wall. I went out into the mission field and did all the things. And man, it was hard. I mean, man, there were so many sleepless nights, and, the body, Satan. People thought Satan may be attacking my mind, but of course he was trying to destroy me, but he was also attacking my body. And I have permanent damage because of that. So tonight was pool. I've been exhausted, gotten very little sleep in the last couple days. And I've had to, it's like being a wild horse. I guess that's the analogy that I would use. And people tried to put a bridle on me and whip me into submission and saddle me up and lock me in a stable and determine when I ate and if I could go and graze, when all the while all I ever wanted to do was just run and kick up my heels and just be a beautiful bipolar. And the people that hurt me, a lot of them didn't know what they were doing. And so I understand, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And I never got that. I never understood it my whole life. I've worked on forgiving people even if they haven't asked for it. And I have had my enemies contact me after I have extended myself and say, you know what, let's just let it go. And I don't really have a lot of enemies. I mean, there's only a couple of people who have ever taken any, upheaval with anything that I was ever at odds with, because friends and go, but enemies compile. And so, I'm making this portion because I came to the gas station and my car's always fully stocked and fully loaded and ready to roll whenever God wants me to. But he tonight was like, you know what, if you go out into the mission field and do those beautiful things and leave those beautiful gifts, chances are in this darkness tonight with what's going on, what I'm about to do, you'll probably have somebody that's going to want to attack you. And Satan really wants to kill you right now, Angela. So I went down to the pool hall and I went to my mom and I told her what was going on and I explained how I felt and I cried and she held me and we talked and we prayed publicly for the first time ever. My mom is nothing like me with respect to our spiritual lives, and I feel a million times better. So I'm going to go home and take care of myself because I'm all about putting other people before me, but I am absolutely no use to anyone if I am just continuously sobbing for the world, says Matthew 5:4. So anyway, I hope that even though this was scattered and all over the place and there isn't really a thesis to this section, that you get it. And you guys better get it fast. And it's not about panicking. It's about preparing for what to do if it's a natural disaster or a nuclear war or whatever the case may be. You always just need to be prepared and ready to go. But you don't go out and kill yourself and a bunch of other people because the ways of the world, and turn around and say that you did it in the name of love and on behalf of God, because that's going to get you a ticket straight into the lake of fire. And I guess that's where I've been going this whole time. Thanks for watching, and remember, wherever you go,
If I stay, it will be double. So come on, let me know.
there you go. All right, peace.